Welcome. What's up? This is the Connected Sound podcast. This is DJ Rello. This is episode 15 of the podcast. Today's guest is my guy, Drewtyrell. Drew, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. Thank you. That was a warm welcome. I really appreciate it, man. What's up, everybody? Drewtyrell from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I appreciate you coming through. I like to start it off, and I like to introduce everybody to how I met the artist or I came across the artist. I want to talk about how I came across you. I heard you before I met you, and I heard your music. I was at a friend Marpo's house. You might know Marpo.
Yes, sir.
And I just came over his crib, and I'm like, yo. And I always like to tap in with wherever I'm at. I'm like, yo, play me something. Play me who's hot right now. And he's like, okay. And he's like, my boy just dropped the album. And I'm like, okay, who is he? He's like, yo, it's my boy Drewtyrell. He's like, he just dropped 7 for 7. And he starts playing. I'm like, okay. This sound good.
Right.
This sound good. And I came across the track Fall Back.
Right.
And that I was like, I caught a vibe. And I was like, I like this dude.
Yeah.
I like this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then not too long after that, you dropped a couple more projects. And you hit me up and said, hey, man, I'm looking to book you for my album release. And we did an album release party.
Yep.
And you dropped Love Is Life.
Right.
And so that's how I came to meet you. And I just want to, reach out, and I want the people to know your story. You feel me? So I want to know how you came to, how you came to start music.
Well, shit, man, it's been a minute. I don't even know how the thought came about. So, all right, I'll just start with, I was a ball player, for real. Right. So, like, probably ever since, 9 or 10, everything was just ball for real. So
I feel you.
Going up through high school, the plan was to always get a scholarship, go play ball, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Everybody got them stories where it's like, oh, it just didn't go how I wanted it to go. Right. I ain't gonna get into the details because none of that really mattered. It just didn't go how it was supposed to go.
I understand. So, trust me.
I still went to school though. So my parents was just on some, you gotta go to school shit. Like, you're not gonna do nothing. So
yeah.
I went to school. I chose Shippensburg just because, I tried to go out of state, but they told me, nah, just because, I had multiple siblings. So they was trying to keep that shit cost effective type shit.
Right.
So I ended up choosing Shippensburg because my brother, I have 2 older brothers and a little sister, but the one that's older than me, right above me, he went to Shippensburg.
Okay.
So I just kind of knew about it. I was just like, fuck it, I'll go to Ship. So I wasn't even really happy about it. So I go up there. Turns out my high school coach called Shippensburg and is like, yo, I got a player going up there. Can you take him? Blah, blah, blah. So come full circle, I end up playing basketball again.
Okay, so you played at Shippensburg.
Yeah, so I played at Shippensburg for a little bit. For
shout
a second.
Out Shippensburg.
Yeah, shout out Shippensburg. That shit was cool.
Yeah, my sister went to Shippensburg.
Yeah, I was about to say, you just told us that. Yeah, I was about to say, that's a cool school, man.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's nice and chill.
It's small, but it's it's a good community.
Yeah.
So it's it was comfortable. I can't.
I mean, that's all in Shippensburg. That's all y'all got is the university.
That's what
y'all gotta stick together.
That's all it is. And it's even the black community is so small, but it was so lively. We was always doing shit. We had the MSA, the Multicultural Student Union. They was always putting together parties and little shit, concerts to making sure that we had stuff to do, the black kids. So that shit was cool. I fucked with it. But the basketball shit, that shit only lasted from preseason workouts up until winter break. I think winter break is when I stopped playing because I just wasn't. It was too much reoccurring shit. Yeah. It was coach issues, just me not being in the right state of mind, little shit like that.
Feel you.
But all that to say, so I stopped playing. I think I started rapping a couple months later, not even recording, just writing rap songs. This was probably 2013, I would say. This is winter break going into 2013. So I come home, I lead a ball team. And I got an older brother. Ralston George is his artist name, but Wayne is his name.
For sure.
But yeah, that's my older brother. He been making music with Machine Life and everybody from Harrisburg. So that's Keys of Don, Mir, all them people. So them is my brothers for real. They the ones who really got me into just caring about the artistry of it and everything in terms of just being somebody who says something that means something, but also having taste that's my own and little things like that and just taking this shit seriously. Right. So I really started working with them in 2013. I probably didn't start recording until 2014, 2015. That's when I dropped, I think I got Trill, that's out. Yeah. It says 2017 on Apple, but I put it on SoundCloud in like 2014 or 2015.
You recorded that yourself?
Yeah, that was my first ever, like everything that I've ever dropped, I recorded myself. I never dropped anything that I didn't record. Yeah. Because I just been trying to figure it out the whole time.
It's a very good quality to have if you're an artist, for
that's
sure.
That's what I felt like. It's cost effective.
Very cost effective.
And I'm able to be real creative with it.
For sure.
So I think that shit helps a lot.
You can be on your own time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be on anyone else's time.
Exactly.
You can record when you want to record. You think of something.
Exactly.
You can record it right then.
And it's just like, there's almost a piece to it because everything is on you. It's like I can get done as fast as I can get it done.
Yep.
So like even just coming from, like I'll make the beats sometimes too. Like sometimes I'm doing the entire process, like from making the beat to writing the song. Well, I don't really write. I just kind of sit here like this and line for line and just figure it out. Yeah. But I just punch in. But the process is just rewarding doing it all yourself. Like it's real interesting. I can't hold you. But that's probably how it all started though. Just like quitting ball. And just being like, yo, I need something else to try, and having somebody like my brother that was already
How your folks felt about it?
Honestly, they didn't really know. Even now, like my parents don't really listen to my shit. Yeah. Like my pops know that I make music, and he probably listens on the low, but he don't really say shit. Yeah. But like my mom just started like catching wind of it for real. She was like, oh, I saw your music video the other day. Yeah. I'm like, oh, what you see? She's like, the one where you was by the corner store. Like, She's like, you look good. Like she ain't really commenting on what I said, but she was just like, no, you look good. Like, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, she watching. That's what's up.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you saw it and you feel positive about it. You know, I wasn't doing nothing stupid in it. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I want to talk about a video that came to mind. Last podcast I had Tanner on, and I'm a big fan of Tanner's work.
Tanner's
and you got some videos with Tanner and the For the Most video.
Yeah,
I really like that song. I like that video.
Thank you.
Where was that shot at?
That's in Boiling Springs, actually, where Tanner live at.
Okay.
So I drove out to his crib or whatever, and we just drove like up a mountain. He just knew about some little mountain or whatever. Yeah. So we was just all around Boiling Springs. It had just snowed, so it was just snow capped on the mountain and everything. We just was choosing random places. We had an abandoned house next to where he lived. It was like 2 doors down from his house. Right. He was like, yo, this joint caught on fire, but like the dude, like he knows me. He's not gonna care if we go in here. So we went in that joint. That's where we was shooting most of the scenes where I was moving through because the whole joint just burnt down. So it was like a duplex, but the wall was burnt down. So if you notice the video, I'm actually in one duplex and you see the front door, and I walk through, and then I'm in another one, and I'm in the kitchen of next door. Right. So like I don't even know if people be noticing little shit like that, but yeah, that's one of my favorite videos too.
Yeah, that's a hard video. I mean, that song. Where do you be getting the inspiration for your songs? You go off feeling? Because I listen to some of them bars in there, and I feel like some of them bars might have came from somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like it's life experiences, because I can't pull the shit from nothing. Yeah. So like I said, like just having older guys, like my brother's 6 years older than me, so all my music peers was older for a long time. Right. So they always just had that mindset of like, if you're not saying nothing, we not finna let you rap. So it was just like, they used to have so many stories like street talk, blah, blah, blah. But like I'm in school and shit, like I don't got really nothing to talk about. But now that I'm out of school, I'm really a grown man now, having to deal with life. It's like I got like stuff to really talk about. So it's like I
always tell artists, man, the best thing you can do for yourself as an artist is live life.
Exactly.
You have to live life. You have to live life, because otherwise, like you said, you have nothing to talk about.
Exactly.
You have to do fun things. You have to go through heartbreak. You got to go through some love, some lust, whatever have you. You're going to have to go through all of it. Fun, partying, pain, all of it. Right. You're going to have to go through that, and it just gives you more to talk about. These dudes that get super famous, they got more money, so they can do more things. So it's more crazy things they can talk about. You're going through more experiences.
It's funny. I was just telling Stav, my manager, that shit. I was like, yo, we was listening to, I think, like Drake or some shit. Or, no, we listening to Hove. What the fuck did he say? I can't remember the line. I ain't even going to try to quote it. But he said some shit that was just like some real cloth talk. Yeah. And I was like, yo, just wait until motherfuckers hear what I'm able to talk about when shit go. Like, it's
That's really
crazy. I'm already able to put these little songs together off my little bit of running around doing what I'm doing. But it's like, nigga, wait till I'm really like, nah, I mean, it's gonna be like, it's gonna like the possibilities is endless in my mind. That's why I said I'm taking my time, because it's like, I understand like how old Future, he 38. That man just went number one. He debuted number one still. It's like, come on.
Still, it's crazy. It's like he still is super relevant because he's still out living. Yeah. He's still out living his life. He's
doing relevant shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing relevant shit.
He's in the studio with relevant people. He's in the studio with dudes that's probably in the streets, so he can stay relevant with that lingo, with that talk. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. You know
so he can just stay connected.
Like you said, you get to talk that talk, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You was definitely talking that talk in Ultraviolet.
Yeah, Ultraviolet. Wow.
No, for real. That song, when you want to blow, your song's got to have replay value.
Yeah,
and that song got replay value.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I don't make songs that don't have replay value in a way. Yeah. I feel like every song is for a different person though. Yeah. Because it's like I'm able to tap into so many different vibes like in my head, because there's so many things that inspire me. Right. But I just feel like in terms of the overall vibe, it's always gonna be good, because I take the time to make it good. I feel like I have decent enough taste. So I feel like that's really what makes an artist. An artist is your taste, like your beat selection, what you choose to talk about on each song. Like I always tell people, the first line is what writes the whole song, because literally it is. Yeah. Like the first thing you say, you choosing your first rhyme scheme, you choosing your first flow, like you choosing everything right on that first line. So I always tell people, like, I spend a lot of time on that. I'll sit there and mumble in the mic for an hour trying to get the first line, because it got to be a hit. When that first hit, that got to be a hit. So every time you hear my shit come in, it's going to come in like, oh, all right, I fuck with this joint. Like, you never going to turn it off. Like,
where I think out of a lot of artists, you have really a specific type of beat selection. It's very, very vibey. It's something that I feel like I could play in the club. I feel like I could play it in the car as well. Where do you get like your inspiration for beats? Where do you get your beats? I heard you mention that you made some of your own beats. Where do you get where do you go for beats like you prefer?
Well, mainly, it honestly depends on what time period we looking at. Cause lately I haven't been producing that much myself, just because I've had so many people coming to me about producing for me now that I'm starting to release more, and they know who I am. They're just like, yo, you're crazy. I would love to hear you on this. Like, so lately I've been getting more beats from other people. Like, I've probably done like the last like 60 songs on other people's beats. Right. But like Love Is Life, people don't know that album's like 2 years old. So it's like I produced.
I think you might have mentioned that at the release party.
Yeah, that's just like 2 years, maybe a year and a half, 2 years old. But I produced every beat on that one except for one, because that's just, I had the time to do it. I wasn't really worried about anything at that time. But now that I'm like dropping all the time and I'm trying to get videos done and I'm trying to do shit behind the scenes and build a brand and figure out just day-to-day shit, it's like, all right, I need to just kind of have somebody else take care of that producing shit. But in terms of picking the beats, like, I just go for catchy melodies. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, it just gotta be something melodic, something like not cliche, but in a way, something that's just like, as soon as you hear it, it makes you dance, it makes you sing, it makes you rap, whatever it is. But it has to give me a reaction as soon as I hear it. But that's basically how I pick beats, because I turn down a lot of good beats just because, like, it don't give me a great, like a crazy enough reaction. So
it's very good. It's very, very good production. It's very specific type of production. And I think it works well for you. And you've been working for a while now. You've got like 5 or 6 projects out since 2017?
Yeah, pretty much. I think 5 of them have been in. It might be like 7 projects out, but 5 of them have been since 7 for 7. Okay. Because I basically had a conversation with Style. I was just like, bro, I just want to be more present. So we had so much shit. We just started dropping. Like, fuck it. We started figuring out how to package each thing and just letting that shit go.
Yeah.
But I had a goal of dropping 100 songs in a year. Now, we didn't drop 100 songs in a year, but I think we dropped like 45, 44. So it was just like a good bar to set, just to get some sort of ground.
It's definitely, and it keeps you moving, it keeps you working towards something.
Right.
It's definitely good as an artist to figure out a goal, so you know what to get to. If you're just making music and just recording just for the hell of it, and you have no goal set, it's like, what are you really working towards? Are you working to get signed?
Exactly.
Are you working to?
That's what I literally ask people that in the studio, because I engineer people as well at my studio. So like, some people come in and I'm like, yo, what's your goal with this shit? Because that's gonna tell you how to move. Like, if you want to get signed, then you got to be worried about numbers. You got to be worried about your image. You got to be worried about, like, getting shows and all that type of shit so that you look like somebody who should get signed, like a prospect, basically. So I always compare it to sports. Like, a nigga don't become the top athlete by just sitting around. So,
he's got to get in the gym.
Yeah, so you got to make them niggas want to spend money on you.
For sure.
But the other route is, like, I would rather just build this shit up from the muscle, try to get a real following, try to get something where I understand the full scope of it, because when you get into the numbers thing, a lot of people don't really understand who the music is actually interacting with. Like, they think they do, but a lot of people are paying for shit that's like, you know what I mean, take the numbers up, blah, blah, blah. You don't really know who the fuck is listening to your shit.
Yeah, but a lot of that going on right
for
now.
me, I know who's listening to my shit. Like, so it's like, if I throw a show somewhere, it's gonna really be people showing up. Because, I can look at the numbers. I know that I haven't really pumped my shit up at all, because I want to see those organic numbers and just know where I'm at. Like, I don't want shit to inflate my head. There's a time period where all of that shit makes sense. But it's
like a lot of guys are doing that right now just to, that just makes you feel better.
Exactly.
It doesn't really impress too many other people.
Yeah, I don't think it does. And it speeds up your process. Like I said, you don't necessarily be ready for all of that shit when niggas be getting it sometimes. So it's like, I'm not really in no rush, especially because, like, I'm confident in what the music sound like. So it's like, I feel like that's where everything starts. If you got good music, it's kind of like, you just got to make a good plan from there.
Yeah. You have to have a plan. You have to have a plan in this music industry. Well, what would you say your long-term plan, your long-term goal would be?
I can't even say, bro. Like, I done been through so much shit, bro. I'm so day-to-day with life at this point, bro. Like I don't be trying to get into no anxiety-induced situations and shit like that where I'm just, like, trying to forecast my life. But I know every day I'm working towards being a better artist, you know, being a better person, like a better son, all that type of shit, just trying to be better.
Yes, I love to hear it.
Yeah, every day I'm just trying to maximize what I got going on. So, like, the studio shit, I try to maximize that. Like, I try to make a song whenever I can. Like, everything that I got control over, I just maximize that.
How often you think you record?
Dang, I don't know. It really depends, because I record in spurts. It really depends on if the beats is there for real. So, like, lately I've been having the homie Vaughn. Vaughn made it. He been coming through giving me, like, packs on packs on packs. So, like, I probably recorded, like I said, like 20 songs in, like, last month and a half. It's all on his beats, because he just was loading me up. So I'm definitely gonna play you some shit before we dip out of here tonight. But, like,
for sure.
My dog, like he's been cooking. So, like, and even before that, my dog Mason, and he's still sending me a whole bunch of shit. I think you know Mason, Jameson. But them two been holding me down. I can't even hold you. Like, they've been holding me down. So it's like, I ain't even really been taking too many from other people. But I'm always willing to work, though. So it's like,
is there any producers or artists, like, you're looking to work with in the future?
Just, like, mainstream and everything.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people that you want to work with. Like, I think Timbaland's always been one of my favorite producers, if I'm going to name, like, an OG person. Or, like, Pharrell.
Yep.
Pharrell's crazy with it.
Jack Harlow just got some Pharrell production.
I seen that.
And a hook and a verse.
That's what I'm saying. I know I'll go crazy with Pharrell. Like, any of them dudes, to me, it'd be a cheat code if I work with them, because it's like, bro, I've been doing this shit by myself. You ain't going to give me Pharrell and not have me go, like, top 10, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you got to go crazy with Pharrell.
Yeah, I'm going to go crazy. I always wanted to do a song with Future, because I feel like he gave me insight on how to use my voice the way I wanted to use it. So it was like I never really had a good rap voice. Like I started off trying to rap like Kendrick and shit, like all like just like real methodical and like really bar driven and stuff like that. But my voice just was like raspy as shit, and I sound like a little kid almost at the time. But like listening to like Future, and I would say like Party Next Door, and I don't know if you know about Amir Obi.
I've heard of him.
He like I was just going through a wave of listening to this real drowned out auto-tune, singy, melodic music like Tory Lanez I found at the same time, and I was just fucking with that shit. I was just like, I feel like this is where my voice is, but I gravitated to Future because I just felt like his voice was like rough, kind of like mine. Yeah. I love to make a song with Future and Kendrick, all the big people you already know, but
that would be fire. I definitely could hear
and Missy Elliott.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of
you know what's crazy. You know what's crazy is I just seen Lil Wayne name her first on his GOAT list. And I'm like, that's crazy because that's literally my favorite artist of all time. Like, that's the first artist I was ever allowed to listen to. Because, like, my parents felt like her shit was cool, but she was really barred up. And she had hooks and everything. On the
same type wave.
Yeah.
She was on the same type wave, for real.
Yeah. I loved her shit.
So you say that? What would you say who you're listening to? You think you still listen to those people that you named?
Yeah.
Like, who's in your rotation right now?
I can't even hold you. I really don't listen to music. What I've been listening to lately, I listen to Future because I fuck with Future. So he just dropped, so I gave that a listen. But I don't listen to shit, bro. I listen to my shit a lot.
That's not a bad thing. I heard Lil Wayne say that before, and it's like you kind of sometimes like when you really want to lock in with your music, that's what you got to do. Yeah. Because if not, like it's so easy to take somebody else's style without even really trying.
I be telling Stan, I'm like, yo, don't play that for me, bro. Like I don't want to. I just don't want to hear it. Like I don't want my voice to end up there unconsciously, like or anything like that. That's why it's hard to listen to Future. Cause I be like, damn, like that's really like a nigga that I really built a lot of my shit listening to. But then I also hear the differences because I have so many other influences. So everybody gets their influence from somebody. So it's all just melting together to create something unique, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Future, man, that's one of my favorite artists. Like you said, Missy, I grew up listening to them. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't say I listen to too much Missy anymore other than when I'm playing her in the club or, or something like that.
Exactly.
But Future, definitely I listen to heavy. Definitely one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
New project. I mean, I've been listening
people be hating on bro. I'm like, you don't even get it. You don't even get how hard it is to do what he do. That's why.
Stay relevant.
Bro's a genius. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, for sure.
I fuck with bro.
Before we get out of here, you got anything we need to know about any new projects? I know you just told me you got.
I got so much new music, man, but I don't know how I'm gonna break it down. Yeah, I just know I'm trying to start shooting videos to this shit. I gotta shoot. Scheduled for a couple weeks from now. I think like 2 weeks from now, up in New York for a song. I'm gonna be scheduling something with Ice Water Chase for a song.
Yeah, he's super fire.
Yeah, I'm trying to just drop videos and singles all summer, honestly, because I got so much shit. I'll probably just release the shit that I feel like is more single worthy and then try to make an album out of the rest. Yeah. But it's like, it's a treasure trove of shit right now, so I'm gonna just try to figure it out over time. But other than that Love Is Life is out right now. I feel like that shit's probably like my most personal album ever. That shit's amazing to me.
Please listen to that. That's a good one.
That's an amazing album in my opinion.
Please put it on.
Shit, Searching for Something, the one before that, all of that shit is dope. Tap in with that. I got a show coming up in Harrisburg. I forget, I think it's June 10th or something like that at HMAC with Stay Golden Swerve. I just got a lot of little shit coming up, but more of my own shit coming up afterwards. So yeah, we just in the planning phases. Yeah, definitely. And I appreciate you for bringing me through too, bro. This is lovely. I appreciate it.
Glad to have you. We gotta put another show together.
Please, I was about to say, I'm gonna let you know sooner than later. Honestly, I'm thinking because we also got something coming up. We ain't really announced it full scale yet, but we have like a little charity event coming up, a little outdoor event coming up in July on 7/17. Okay. But yeah, that's gonna be something to look out for as well. So
definitely, I'm glad to be involved for sure.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you for coming through. This is the Connected Sound Podcast. This is DJ Rello. This is Drewtyrell.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Y'all.